Dear colleagues, welcome to today's, I would like to say final demo on the new user interface of Business by Design. And instead of just showing you how the user interface now looks like, I thought I'll put together a couple of slides so that you see where we came from and where we are right now. So if we go back in time to 2008, to one of the first releases, Feature Pack 1.2 of ByDesign, we actually had static HTML4 pages, and this is the look and feel that we had by them. We moved forward and moved on to the Microsoft Silverlight technology. Here you see a screenshot of our Feature Pack 3.5 from around 2012. Today we are close to releasing the 1708, so the 2017 August release. Here you see the Silverlight UI, but instead of showing you PowerPoints, I'd rather show you the system, how it looks live. So it is exactly what you know from all of the previous releases. We've done a lot of functional improvements here in the 1708 release, but the key thing in 1708 is the new HTML5 user interface. First, if we switch a little bit forth and back, you will see that we stick to our promise. The only thing that we've really changed here is that we moved the Work Center bar from the top to the left. The key reason why we did that was that the screen geometry over the last couple of years has changed, so we wanted to use today's default screen geometry from 16 to 9 more, and therefore we moved the Work Center list to the left. So that is the first important new change. With 1708, we reached general availability of our new Fiori-based user interface, and from now on, all further UI development work will only be done in this HTML5 UI. So if you're still using the Silverlight UI, you don't have to rush out of this one, but within the next 12 months, I would suggest to you to transition over to the new HTML5 UI. What are some of the advantages that we have? Well, first of all, we are using the HTML5 rendering engines of the state-of-the-art browsers, which means the user interface in itself is faster simply because the rendering is faster. Other things that we've done is we further simplified the navigation through the system. We cleaned up a lot of functions so that the system is a lot more consistent in the way how it works, and you can do a lot of activities now. For example, if you say here, why do I need open incidents twice? Well, you can do a right mouse click and simply switch off that container if you are in the personalization mode. If you would like to see that open incident here rather in a white container, then you can do it like this, or toggle back again to the other container size. If you want to add more reports to your user interface, just let's do that. So the system is retrieving a list of all of the reports. Let's add sales order volume here to our user interface, and you can easily adjust the UI like you want to do it. If you want to know more what you can do with this new capability, here we added a list of things that you want to look at. For example, if you need hints on how to change the layout of a specific table. Once you're done with that, you can save the changes and you have your new user interface. If you click again and end the personalization mode, you're done. With that, let me give you a very quick look into the standard demo that I've always recorded for you. So sales order volume, I open up the analytical pattern, and here we've done quite a bit of cleanup work also based on the feedback that you've provided us from the previous releases. So if I switch for the simplicity here to a tabular view, you have here the selections, and here you now have the field picker, where you can say, I'm not interested in the breakdown of month, but ABC classification, account, and I want to see the sales orders. You click on OK, and the system builds that report according to your liking. Let me just make it a bit bigger here so you see the net value and all of the different numbers that you have. If we now drill into one specific sales order, then we can do that from here as always. So that is the normal look and feel. So we've kept everything as it was before. We've done a few changes here. If you press this menu bar here, then you can see all of the naming of the work centers. I think over time you will get used to the icons and the color coding that we have here. For example, blue for CRM and yellow for the supply chain management and purple here for the logistical parts. You will like that a lot, but if you want to see the naming, then you can just click on that icon here. One last thing which I wanted to add was a new capability which is only available in our Fiori environment, and that is the Launchpad. The Launchpad was also a feedback that a lot of you told us, well, if I don't want to navigate into a new business and then go into certain capabilities here. I want to be able to propagate all of these capabilities, for example, the opportunity pipeline, to the first page and launch it here. And if you click here on Add, then you can promote any capability to this launch page, to this Launchpad. The Launchpad is the first page that you will see, and it has the advantage that it's immediately actionable. So even if you're in a slow network, this will come up immediately. You don't even have to wait for the numbers. You can immediately press the tile and initiate the corresponding activity that you want to have. A sneak preview to what you will see in the upcoming releases is already built in here, and that is the visualization of tiles. So you will see, starting with the 1711 release into the 1802 release, a lot of work that we will do on the analytics side of the house, and here is a first glimpse of what this will look like. So that is a visualization which some of you may remember or may use from the Business in Focus app, which was available, or which is available on the iPad. We now have it also available here on the HTML5 desktop UI, and we can use it from here. That much about the new user interface. I hope you enjoy the 1708 release. The project started nearly 2 years ago, and as important as it is to start such an important project, it is equally important to close it down and to say that project is over now. A big thank you to all of the teams who've helped us to build this, to our UI designers who helped us to come up with this beautiful user interface. With that, let me stop here this discussion of the new HTML5 UI on the desktop and also give you a sneak preview on what we will do in the mobile world. Now let me switch to the iPad. And as it's a plain HTML5 user interface, I can obviously also use it on an iPad in a Safari environment. So navigating from the Launchpad to the main menu is exactly the same thing as you've seen it before. And last but not least, let me switch to my iPhone. Here towards probably 1711 or 1802, we will ship a dedicated player which works on the iPhone, again visualizing the same content that you've seen before. With that, thanks a lot for your attention. I hope you like the new HTML5 Fiori UI and transition to it soon.